everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a super wonderful day. Y'all, let's do some paper crafting. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by because I know there are so many other things you could be doing right now, so many other channels you could be visiting, and you're choosing to be here. Thank you so very much. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. A big thank you to everyone who is supporting my channel in any positive way. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been focusing a lot on getting organized, and organization plays a key role in our lives, whether we're crafting or not. So today we're going to do some paper crafting, but that doesn't mean that we stop our focus on being more organized. Getting organized doesn't mean that you do it all in one day, all in one weekend, all in one month. You just do baby steps. While we are shifting our focus to paper crafting, keep just a little bit of that focus on getting organized. Choose one thing, doesn't have to be a big thing, and make that your organization focus for February. That one focus can be as simple as this. Getting yourself a nice little plastic bin, doesn't cost much, this one was $1 at the Dollar Tree, and committing to taking all the tools that you've used in that day's crafting and placing them in your toolbox. That way, they're not scattered all over the place and you're not looking for them the next day when you come in. Just take your box, whatever you're planning on making, and take those tools out. Do something like this for the entire month of February. It'll become a habit, and that habit becomes second nature. So then in March, you move on to another organization project that you've wanted to tackle, and you make that your focus for March. And you just keep doing that until a lot of these become old hat. It really is about baby steps and not trying to do it all at once, because when we try to do something all at once, it can turn into an overwhelming project. And if you're like me, sometimes you shut down when you're overwhelmed. So here's my storage box. I put my project piece in the box. Here is the project for today. I am going to make the sweetest Valentine's card you've ever seen, and we're going to make a box for it as well. Now this is adaptable for any season, any reason, any gender. Yes, this is Valentine's themed, but yours doesn't have to be. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So here is a closer look at today's absolutely beautiful Valentine's card. But like I said, any season, any reason, any gender. You change out these papers and these are for anyone. I am going to slide off the belly band, and the belly band is simply a wrap that we make to go around our project. I have my acetate lid. Take that off, and on the inside I've placed down some shredded paper. I am going to pull this out so that you can get a very quick look at what it is. And we have a really sweet envelope that holds our Valentine's card. When finished, the envelope is 7 5/8 by 5 inches. And on the inside, I have just tucked a whole bunch of goodies. And then I put in a bunch of little pieces of ephemera. You can also take a couple of sweets and place them on the inside. But this is a very grown-up way to give a Valentine's to someone special. So here's what we're going to need to make it. I am going to be using an acetate lid on mine. If you don't have acetate, you can use whatever it is you have. You can even use your cardstock to create a cardstock lid. So you're going to need a piece that measures 7 5/8 by 10 1/8. Then I have the belly band, and this is 12 by 1. Then for the envelope itself, I have a piece that measures 8 by 8. And then for the box, we have a piece that measures 9 1/2 by 12. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make the envelope. This is going to be super, super simple. So to make the envelope, I have my scoreboard and my 8 by 8 piece of decorative cardstock. I have decided that I want this to be the outside of my envelope. It is double-sided, but I want this to be the outside. So this is the piece that I'll place face up when I'm making my scores. So when I'm making that score, I am going to take the diagonal point, place it in at 6, and just make sure that I have the opposite point coming all the way down on 6. Then I'm going to make a score, at 3.5. Rotate it to the opposite side, line it up at 6, making sure that it's lined at the bottom as well. So we're following 6 all the way down, and now we'll score at 3.5. Then I'm going to turn it, placing the point on 6 and making sure that point follows 6 all the way down. And this time we're going to score once at 4. And now we are going to fold and burnish the 3 scores that we made. And your piece will look like this. So we didn't put a score here at the top because we want the back to be rigid. So if you're making this project, you can see how using double-sided paper really gives you a nice, beautiful envelope holder for that Valentine's card. So now I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to have triangles in each corner. Let's just go ahead and cut those out. There's 1. And there's 2. And so now that your piece looks like this, we can take these, fold them in. Again, just give them a nice crease. Fold that piece up. Let's give that a nice crease. And now it's up to you how you want to close this. You can actually use glue. Place a dot of glue here, fold this over, place some glue here, and fold that over. For me, what I am going to do is I want to place just a decorative element. I've decided that I'm going to place some metal snaps. So all I'm going to do is just hold all 3 of these together. And basically I'm going to find that overlapping center point, and I'm punching a hole like that. And now I can take that piece, put it on like a little decorative button. Take this piece, put it on the inside, snap it closed. Take my chunky little hammer. I'm going to go to the back side and make a little bit of noise. And now we have this nice little element here on the front. It closes the envelope, but it's also very cute. If you don't want to use your metal snaps on this portion, you can use your hot glue, your wet glue, brads, whatever it is you want to use to close this. You can even close this using a glue dot. So now we have our envelope. We're going to go ahead and make the box. We are going to score at 1 and at 2 on all 4 sides. So that's 1 and 2. Then we are going to go ahead and fold and burnish. And then all we're going to do is we're going to remove 3 blocks from all 4 sides. So we are going to go up to that second score mark, drag straight down, and then we can angle in like this. We can angle in here, and we're going to angle in here to remove this piece and cut here. So we're going to do this on all 4 sides. I'll go up to that second score mark, drag straight down, then I can angle, 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 and reduce. So you can see I have one side already done. Then I'll rotate it to the opposite side, go up to that second score mark, drag straight down, angle, 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 and reduce. And let's do our last one. Go up to the second score mark and drag straight down. And then we angle, angle, and reduce. So now your project piece is going to look like this. You're going to have two ends that aren't angled. And by angled, I mean these edges don't go in. We're going to angle these just a little bit because it just makes it easier for us to fold in the outer flap. And now your piece looks like this. We can go ahead and put it together. So I'm going to take my glue, place my glue on those tabs. And when I'm lining up my edges, I'm making sure that everything is nice and tight. You can see how that score mark is just naturally aligned going from one side to the other. We'll go ahead and match this one as well. And you want to make sure that everything is nice and tight and crisp. And now we'll do the same thing on this end. We're just going to add our glue. Get our corners matched. And the key to your professional looking box is nice tight corners, because then everything will be nice and squared. And we're going to match that as well. So once we have it like this, I am just going to go ahead and take my outer flaps and fold them backwards so that we can add our adhesive. You can use glue on this project, you can use tape on this project. It is completely up to you. And as those of you who have been with me for a while know, I use reptile adhesive for my crafting. So I'm going to take this piece, we fold it in, and we're just going to stick it. And then I'll just go over the whole thing one more time just to make sure I have a nice stick. And there's my box. My card is going to fit inside just like that. You can see how pretty that is. We're going to go ahead and make our lid. So to make the lid, we're going to need a piece of acetate that measures 7 5/8 by 10 1/8. Acetate is very hard to demo on, so I have a scrap piece that I'm going to show you the acetate lid making process, and that way you'll be able to very clearly see what I'm doing. So we have a 7 5/8 by 10 1/8 inch piece. We are going to score at 1 1/8 on all four sides. And then we'll fold and burnish. And make sure that when you are working with acetate that you give it a good score, because you need to be able to fold it. So now what we're going to do is we are simply going to remove these end pieces all together, and we're going to do that by doing a slight angle. So I'm going to angle here to remove, angle there to remove. We'll do this on all four sides of that acetate. And so once you have your piece, it's going to look like this. This is your lid. Your lid is going to have the edges removed, because we're then going to be able to take that lid and set it down inside of our box. But you can see on the side, we're going to have a slight elevation, which gives us a nice professional look. So that is what we want. So I have already made my acetate lid, and I am just going to bring it in and place it on the top so you can see that it fits. And then when I turn it to the side, hopefully you can see that lip elevation here. So now we have a nice professional box. We're going to go ahead and place a few goodies on the inside of the envelope just to give you an idea of some of the things that we can do with this. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing in some of my Valentine's puffies. I have my envelope that has some of my cut aparts in it. I am going to go in and find me a couple of really cute cut aparts. And then I have these little wooden hearts that are on mini clothespins. I got these, I believe, from Pop Shelf. Might have been the Dollar Tree, I can't remember which one. But I am just going to take these two And I am going to put them in just like this. So I am going to take my clothespin and I want to clip these right there at the top. Then I'm going to take one of my little hearts and just place it there in the center. So I'm going to take this one that says "Be Mine," remove the backing, and I did get these from Hobby Lobby last season. Pretty sure they have them this season as well. We're going to place that right there. Then I have this little sticker from a sticker sheet, and it says "I choose you." So I am just going to take that, and we'll be placing it right here. We're doing some very, very simple decorating. And then I'm going to take one of my cut apart sheets, and you guys have seen me do this process a lot, but I am simply going to use my cut aparts to make a Valentine's card. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one section of this and I am going to leave two parts joined like this. So now I can take these two parts and I can just fold them, and that's going to give me a very quick and easy Valentine's card that I can now place right inside right there. But I want to make sure that here on the inside we do have some writing space. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste any of this demo paper that I used to show you guys how I would actually cut out my acetate. Instead, I'm going to trim it down so that I can get a piece that is 2.5 by 3.5. And now I can take that piece and just put it right there for some writing space. I am going to do this using my glue because it's what I have out. Place a little glue on the back. Use my baby spatula to get that nice and stuck. Now I'm just going to bring in one of my little sticker sheets, and we're going to take a sticker and just place it right there. Very simple, super easy. And so now we have a card for the envelope. We have some cut aparts. You can put all types of little goodies on the inside of this envelope. I am going to go ahead and just add some shredded paper, not a whole lot, and then I can place that down on a bed of shred. Now you can also take a few Hershey's Kisses if you want and just place them on the inside. So now we can take our acetate lid and just put it on. And now we have a nice little fit. We want to go ahead and do a belly band because that's how we're going to tie it all together. So I have my 1" by 12" piece. A belly band, for those of you who are new to paper crafting, is just simply a wrap that we're going to place around, and it will slide on and off. So when you put it on, you're going to make sure that you leave yourself enough room so that it'll slide on and off. Then I'm going to bring in a sticker sheet, and that is how I'm going to close it. So I'm going to use this big chipboard sticker that says "Hugs and Kisses," but I don't want any of the sticky on this. So if you want to remove the sticky, you can just use the oils from your hand. You can use cornstarch, all types of different ways to get that stickiness off. You can do as I'm doing right now, and I'm just running it along my pants and the fibers in my pants, helping to remove that sticky. So now we can take this. I am going to add just a little bit of glue right here and right here. And we'll take this piece, we're going to put it down, and we'll take this piece and we're going to put it down as well. So we just need to be able to get enough of a stick so that it's going to stay on the belly band. So now I'll remove it, turn it over, use my little baby spatula to go on the inside, And just to make sure everything is nice and stuck. And now I can go back and just pinch that natural fold that was created. So now we have a sweet little belly band that we can take and wrap around our box. And you can slide this wherever you want. It doesn't have to be in the center. You can keep it at the top. You can even slide it down to the bottom. Completely up to you. But I personally like to use acetate because I think it just gives our box tops that professional boutique look. And so there we have it, y'all. We have a beautiful grown-up Valentine's card, or any season, any reason, any gender card. And when finished, your box is going to be 8.5 by 5.5 by 1 inch deep. So I hope that you have liked this super easy way to make a grown-up Valentine's Day card. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, make it a point to be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.